from bronze to mythic. If I could only open some rares.
That's freaking terrible.
But we'll work hard to solve the format.
7 wins.
And I'm sure we'll make it there.
All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome to Bronze to Mythic. Turned up our account from Bronze to Mythic, episode 10, draft 10. Of course, these faster Spiderman drafts are they're quick. We're flying through. Got on a trophy last draft. You missed it. Make sure you watch it on YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, support the content. As always, we're gold tier 1, 1 win from platinum, and we're cruising along here in the double digits. Let's do it. Let's do this. Oh, a most helpful Weaver.
Yeah.
Card's fun. It's been a saga. Make it 2-1. Spider, put a counter. It's like a 3-2 with a double strike shot for 2. It's like fine. We got Scouring Storm Soul. Big fan of this card. This is the Sandman. It's bigger than all your lands. It comes back whenever it dies. This card's actually kind of awesome. That was a really good one. We got Selesnya Archivist. 3/3 that ETBs to return a large thing or exile an artifact or enchantment. Okay, that's pretty good. Bargain Spinner gets an Aura equipment. And then we have the Green Goblin Mayhem card. Damn, this is a hell of a pack. Like, whew. Yeah, I definitely want the Sandman. I think A, I think this card's really, really good, and B, I think this card's also just like great. And then I kind of want the Archivist, honestly. Just like take 2 green cards, they're both great. Helpful Weaver is, I don't know, I think this card's fine, but like not. It's kind of weird because it's a spider card that doesn't really synergize with any of the spider cards with like in web and stuff. So I'm gonna take the 2 green cards and see where it takes us. 2 green cards and a dream. Pack 2, what do we see? We don't see much. We see Perilous Lunging green. We see a bunch of cards that are mostly unplayable, and then a pigeon, which is just great. There's also a Cityscape if you want to like really stay green and stay open. And the Scape does play well with the Storm Soul. Because we need to put cards, we need to put a land in the graveyard to return it. I think actually I want to do that. I'm gonna take the city and the lunge. I don't think that the cards we have so far push them well with a into like the web-slinging kind of deck, and a pigeon's not a huge way to start. This is a much safer start, I think. We'll just take these 2 cards and kind of go. We could end up being white, but like the pigeon is not as good. So take the lunge, take the Cityscape. Again, trying to min-max our Scouring Storm Soul if possible. So, pack 3, we see a Scorpion Sting, pretty late, good removal spell. We see a Tactics, also a pretty good removal spell. Robotics Mastery, which is a pretty awesome card. Combat Trick, makes tokens, cool stuff. Enforcers is pretty good too. I don't mind taking Sting Enforcers here. Someone was saying that Golgari is like a hidden deck in this format. I'm always down to try new stuff. One of the things about this format is we're going to do so many drafts because of the nature of how fast these drafts go. We're going to do at least 40 drafts in this format. So we should probably just try a bunch of shit, honestly. You know, like, that's pretty cool. Enforcers number 2 and a Getaway Accomplice. This gives things flying, and the Storm Soul is a flying villain, so that's kind of cool. We do see a Tactics here, but again, I think white's we've kind of passed off on white at this point, so I'm in for a little green-black action. Unfortunately, this pack doesn't have any green-black cards, but I mean, Chariot Surveyor's okay. Ridgeline is, I guess Ridgeline's fine too, right? I think Ridgeline and maybe just take the Chariot or Surveyor. I guess Chariot. Chariot's not great, but we got Trolley and some shitters, which is fine. Probably not playing that card. A couple bad blue cards. All right, so an interesting pack 1. Not exactly what I thought we would be, but, you know, green black. Open up pack number 2, and we see a lot of blue cards. A lot of blue cards. Dunrith, Reviver of the Hive. Pretty absurd ranking here from Untapped. I mean, from whatever them CFB folks. You gotta have 1 drops. Seems good if you do. We got a Vex Bots, which is kind of cool. Plays well with the villains. We got a Crime Lord, which I think is kind of, I think it's kind of met in the Mayhem deck because you can't use it for Mayhem. It's actually like a fine card. Oris of Web Lords is pretty sweet. It looks like a monster spider. It's much better than that. 3 blue rares. I know, right? I'm not taking. I think we're just stay green black. I'm gonna take the Oris. It's Lunge or Crime. I like the Crime Lord. This card might just be fine. It's a villain too, right? So we're like Golgari villains right now. Oh no. Well, never mind. We're splashing blue also. Watcher on the Road, an absolutely preposterous card. This is a 3/3 for 4, and it makes a 3/3 for every villain you control. If they can kill it, they all die. But yeah, all right. It's a pretty easy Watcher on the Road. And then the question is, what's our next pick? We got the Crime Lord, the Enforcers. I do like Enforcers a lot. I'm a pretty big fan. I just love lifelink. Yeah, I mean, if I can go back and take the blue cards from the last pack, I would, but I can't, so I won't. We only have 4 green cards. Shit. Sure. Maybe we just end up in blue-black, honestly. Here's Duskmourn's Claim, a Doc Ock. There are no green cards here. Where are they? We have blue cards on the board that are all pretty mediocre. And the Alley Lurkers is like okay, but I'm taking the Chronicler for sure. And then is it Scalar or maybe even the Watchful for a possible like splash into like an Esper deck? Sure. This card's busted, so let's take it. So maybe we're off green. I'm not sure yet. We see a Hideout. We're definitely taking that. And then we see a Phantasmal Vision, which is fine. It's also a Outsmart the Amateur. Big fan of this card. Dismiss or Jason's Ingenuity. A Mist, a Caracals, and a Trolley. I think I might just take the blue card. I might just be off the green train. Let's see. Well, that answers that question. The card we maybe should have taken first, Wheels in Vexed Bots. This is just like a counter every villain you play. And now the Alley Workers looks pretty good too. Let's put that card back into our deck. And I think we're just, straight here now. It's kind of sad because I wanted to play our guy here. And pack 3, we open up a Vigo Enforcer of IG's Crossing. 3/3 for 3, return a 1-drop. And then Jun Transform. Unfortunately, not very good for us. Doesn't really do anything in our deck. We got Two-Faced Trickster. We got Snatchback. We got a Caress, which is great. And the rest of these cards are pretty mediocre. I mean, I guess Trickster's okay. I don't think Crash is very good. Unless you're like heavy mayhem. Snatchback into the Royal. I'm gonna try the Trickster. Crest is very good, yeah. Another Duskmourn's Claim. An Urban Retreat. Another Outsmart. Mob Lookout, Hideout. Both those seem pretty nice, honestly. Alright, goodbye green cards. Aww. That makes me sad. And then these, that. Okay. All right. Second Outsmart's worse than the first for sure, but I think the Lookout's good. I mean, spells, honestly, so. Outsmart, I guess. Okay. Suave Schemer.
I'll take it easy on you if you can hum my theme song.
And other than Schemer, I think his research team is like passable. It's not very good. Is that even a villain? Ugh. Gross. Scrubber's pretty sketchy. Yeah, I guess. Another Outsmart the Amateur. That's just too many. I just can't play 3 of those. I like Enforcers. And then Prison Break is... I don't think that's very good in our deck. Hide of Mundanities also kind of meh. Yeah, Alley Lurkers is just okay. Alright, comes back. Another Alley Lurkers, a Bounce Spell. Again, I don't think Crash is very good in our deck. It's just like a 2/3 most of the time. Oh, wait. All right, just go to card. Yeah, block. Sure. Okay. So, I believe we have a deck, which is funny because our first 4 picks were all green, but Vision and land's fine. I think Vision's like just fine. We don't have many graveyard thingies, unfortunately, but all right, a scrubber and a rare, sure. All right, so kind of a weird pivot. Our first like 6 cards were green or whatever, or something like that. And they love they love a Soul Die deck, but they're not accounting for the fact that all our cards are double green. It's funny because like the Storm Soul would be very good in this deck with all the discard and stuff, but I just don't think that like the mana would ever work properly for green. So yeah, we have like 2 dual lands. Neither one of them's green. So I think it's just our deck here. Sting, Enforcers, Bots, Snatchback, the Vision, Chronicler, Outsmart, Caress, Crime Lord, Trickster. Watcher on the Road's pretty good. I think the team out of here. This is fine. I think our deck is like fine if unexciting. We have a Cityscape and a Ridgeline. We've got some legendary creatures. Cityscape. Probably play like the Hideouts and not the Cityscape and the Ridgeline. Splashing for the Watchful. Given all of our like discard and self-mill, I think it's not a good idea. We mill over our planes. Pretty crappy. I think this is fine. I think we're just blue-black. Kind of sucks. This card's super awesome, but for the Hideouts, play the Ridgeline. We've got a pretty even split on spells. We want more blue, maybe? It's kind of a close call. I think Cityscape is not necessary. Does give us even sources, I guess, but like, whatever, just play an island. Alright, so kind of like a backdoor villain deck. Just not exactly the plan, but that is what it is, I suppose. And,
You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
what do you think, folks? Believer or non-believer? 4 wins, yay or nay? Episode 10, Bronze to Mythic. Let's do this. All right, chat. Coming out with me. William Shakespeare from the grave. Chemist Prime Sub, what's up? All right, Lookout, Lurkers. Sure. Hand is fine. Not great, but fine. Lookout can look for a land. Cityscape, absolutely. Thank God for New Capenna. Remember, folks, first remember that follow button. Watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, support the content as always. Appreciate your support. Mob Lookout, a 2-mana 1/4 isn't very good. I'd rather target something else, I think. I might just say go here. Leave up Sting. You can try and wait till turn 5, and we can Trickster in the Lookout in the Trickster. Get some value. That's a great target. I love it.
Get off my plate.
That worked out well. We're gonna play a land. Say go. We can Alley Lurkers, and over to Taxic Knives. This copies only things you control. Here is the Infernus, which will get a mountain, and then when it dies, you sack a land. It's a good card if you're mono red, but otherwise not very exciting. Here's the Lurkers. You untap, draw another Lurkers. Sure. We're just gonna attack. Attack, connive. We draw this guy. I think this guy's gonna go. Yeah. 3/2. Are they blocking? Sure. That's a lot of work to, they might get the mountain, sack the mountain. It's a big runaround, right? Like, what are we doing here?
That's it. I'm going to clown college.
Say go. We would like a safe attack with our Lurkers if possible to copy it, but they're going to play Weaver and Guides. They get to choose a non-creature type and make spells of that type cost 1 more. Will they choose Sorcery? Maybe. Just a 3/3. Definitely awkward to have this as my discard. I can only copy the Lookout either, so. And name Sorcery, sure. So this now costs 4. We draw a Hideout. Don't want to attack and trade. Not really. Is Mardu an approved color pair? Well, it's both not a pair and an enemy-focused thing, so... let me just say go. Our deck doesn't look very good yet. We'll see.
Do a barrel roll.
4 cards in hand. They're going to attack. They're going to play a Cruel Caracals, sure. And a Generous Betty. Put a counter on the Caracal, sure. We draw a land, so... we can look out and then copy the Alley Lurkers. Which isn't really that good, honestly. It's value, but... I guess... sure. Play Lookout. Connive. Three, 2, 4, 3. Sure. Draw land. Not ideal. Alright, so... discard the Trickster. We're going to Mayhem.
Murder, mayhem, depravity.
We're going to cast this. Copy the Alley Lurkers. And... I guess just like, do we attack? I guess? This thing attacks, gives the thing lifelink, which is annoying. We don't have any good blocks here, but we kind of want to loot. Can I have again? Phantasmal Vision or... so do I want to discard a card for a counter? Or do I want to keep this Phantasmal Vision, which is pretty bad, honestly. I'm just going to dump this. Add a counter. This means that they block with the Caracals. I'm pretty happy, I think. So, no blocks, sure. You do a lot of drawing and discarding next turn, but like, I don't even know if that's good or not. So far, not impressed with the spread of commons we've played so far. To be or not to be? That is the question. Where there's no blow in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or by opposing, end them. To die, to sleep perchance the dream. And aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death to be... I don't remember all of it. It's been a while. Alright, so... do have an English degree on my wall. So they O-ring our creature, attack for 1,000,000. This is pretty bad for us. You should have the whole thing. We draw a banger. Huge 4/6 flyer. And then came the sound of boots on stone. There you go, drawing. How do you know that? Alright, so we'll attack and connive. We need to get this thing a little bigger. Draw another land. Jeez. Generous Betty White, yep. They take 2. I mean, we're all in here, folks. All the weight is on this Rishi Getaway Accomplice. 4/6 flyer.
A brilliant player can get a strong hand cracked, go on tilt, and lose his mind along with every single chip in front of him.
Well, this is bad. Go to 3. We draw a Crime Lord. I can't cast both. Ay. Our cards seem terrible. Like, loot. Yeah, we just can't ever win. Alright. We play Crime Lord. We get to chump and trade and go to 1. Is our deck awful? Maybe our deck is awful. Holy shit. Remember, folks, we're brought to you by Rogue. Whenever I lose a tough game like that one, I grab my Rogue, all right? We got Ruby Splash today, hydration line, and no caffeine for me. Hydration line's no sugar, no caffeine, 5 calories. That's my jam. If you like caffeine, Energy Line's great too. Check them out, rogueenergy.com. Promo code Jim Davis MTG for 20% off your order at rogueenergy.com. Now I'm rogued up and ready to play. If I lose this game, I lose a sponsorship. Outsmart the amateur. Turn to Sky Snares.
It's not like Spiderman could help or anything.
You draw land, so our hand is... You draw a spell. That'd be cool. Here's a Costume Closet. Sure. It's fine. In for 3. Could have been worse. We draw a castable card in the Phantasmal Vision, which doesn't really do much here, but I suppose it's something. It's a villain to make our thing cheaper, which is nice. In for 3. Pinnacle Research Team. Okay.
I don't need spider sense to tell me you're a loser.
You draw a Watcher on the Road. So, create a blue villain for each non-token villain you control. So I can play this right now and get a bunch of 3/3s. Or I can wait and try and min-max it later. I mean, I'm kind of down to just kill this Sky Snarers with the Caress, gain a little life. We make 2 3/3s and they just kill it. That's obviously pretty bad for us. This card's sweet. Yeah. Really, really fun card. They would come and tap, though, because this guy was going to kill this guy. Kill this. Counter goes back on, whatever. I should have attacked first, I see what the mill is, but mill a card. Attack for 1, say go. Hopefully they just don't do much this turn. I can leave up Outsmart the Amateur. Well, that's the opposite of not doing much. That's the actual best possible. The Mythic Uncommon Kumnaso the Watchful. They're going to draw a card here, and I believe we're dead. Draw one. Alright, so we'll just cast our Watcher and make 2 3/3s, I guess. Holy shit balls. Alright, yeah. Alright, 2 3/3s. I mean, it's really good, you know, if it... You mill... Oh, I milled over Doc Ock. No. This card's really good. Well, we're all in, folks. If they can kill our Watcher, the game ends. If they can't kill the Watcher, maybe we can make some blocks. Now is the winter of all discontent. Alright, so they attack for a bunch. What are we going to do here? They almost assuredly have a trick of some kind. But what are we going to do? You know, like... Yeah, whatever. Alright. Folks, avert your eyes. Alright, here we go. If we triple block, they just kill the Watcher. We lose the other thing, too. We block with the Phantasmal. I'm not even sure what we're playing around. We're playing around like the... We're playing around the +2/+2 jump spell, but we're getting wrecked by our removal spell. But I guess we're getting wrecked by a removal spell anyway, so sure. Whatever. Alright. Close your eyes. This is not going to be pretty.
So, did you get bitten by a radioactive sloth?
We block with the Watcher and the Phantom. They just kill Watcher, Phantom, and they kill all 3. So we're too far behind to like not try and get value, I think. Yeah, judging by this pause, it might have been the +2/+2. Robotics, but that is a +2/+2. Okay. 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 Okay.
More predictable Bart. Always takes rock.
The vision block works. They still draw a card and we're still pretty behind. But that wasn't that bad. If we draw our removal spell for this guy, we have to outsmart the Amateur too, so... I mean, just play a land and say go. I mean, attack first, but... We get blocks anyways, sure as attack. We're 10. Mill a card. They're going to add a counter to a flyer. We can still block it. This thing gets in for 4. We can counter or draw. This thing's also going to draw cards too, so... Let's play this guy. It's pretty big, you know? Like, this card is quite huge. Like, 4/6 flyer for 6 is pretty damn big.
Good lord.
However, now where they have land number 7s, they can just say go and draw 2. And, like, if they draw 2, untap, draw 2, you probably can't win anymore, but we can't really stop that, so... I guess trying to just win in the air is also a valid path as well. Put a counter, make it a 4/8. If they attack, do we block? Probably not. There's Mob Lookout, sure. Connive. Discarding a land, okay. I mean, this is them not drawing 2 cards. Makes me pretty happy. They're going to attack. I'm just not going to block. No blocks. Mastery number 2? Snatchback's a really good draw. That allows us to bounce this thing, get the counters off of it. It does leave the battlefield, so they took the counters, but the mastery goes away. We can play this guy and kick the snapback. We need to leave the flyers home because they were at 4, but probably just bounce it in combat. I don't care about countering it and lay it back down, honestly. I'm gonna bounce it on their turn in combat. I don't want to play this guy and just keep attacking. They're at 11, so just kind of keep attacking, I think. Play this and say go. What do you got? Okay. Rock and roll. Rock, rock, and roll. Oh, the O3 is coming in too. I gave you life, I'll snatch it back. Just a latchkey kid with a snotty nose. They can draw a response. It means they can't use their thing. No! Well, there you go. There's your sub half-hour episode, I guess. Chat says that episode could be a TikTok. I'll tell you, folks, 4 wins or 2 losses. It goes real fast. Our deck was pretty bad. I mean, we lost like our first like 6 picks. I don't think our deck was too bad, but it wasn't great. We did draw all of the good cards, and that's that. And the draft is over, so we'll draft again. We got a sub half-an-hour episode here for episode 10 of Bronze and Mythic. But the good news is we're going to draft again. So episode 11 is coming up. YouTube folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, we got 5 trophies in a row. 1-2 trophy 0-2. That's just the spirit of the beast, you know, is what it is. So come back again next time. Yeah, let's do it.